La 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 la. Yo, what's the deal? Ain't nothing, Paul. We just here wearing it all out. Trying to get our heads back.
I love Victoria. I think it's an amazing place to be. I like Victoria a lot. It's there's lots of pubs and restaurants around.
Victoria is a beautiful place.
Loving the old architecture of Victoria, loving the transport in Europe. It is very advanced compared to Earth.
Victoria's a terrible mess at the moment because it's being rebuilt.
The main attractions of Victoria, I'd say probably the shops.
It's like the fast food is quite handy and it's got like more shops now.
It's very vibrant in terms of cafes and pubs and things.
We went to the Victoria station because it was the closest to Buckingham Palace.
Well, I think the transport links are very, very good.
Well, it's such a wonderful transport centre.
I'd say the redevelopment of Victoria has definitely improved on my behalf because it's a lot more easier for me to get to and from my house.
It's quite inconvenient with like walking at the moment because of the obstructions, but I suppose it's going to be beneficial in the end.
Walking out of the Victoria train station, we had to go through a lot of scaffolding and it was sort of dripping and it wasn't very nice to walk under it.
I mean, they've made the pedestrian access as good as it can be.
It's complicated our lives because a lot of roads have been closed and a lot of traffic congestion has been aggravated. It's not going to improve the transport infrastructure. If the buses move out of the terminus onto the roads, I think that will aggravate the transport. For cyclists, it's always been a very unfriendly place and it will remain so.
It's good that they're redeveloping the transport because it will make it easier in the long run.
I don't know why there isn't a lift, but there definitely should be, just to make it more accessible for people in wheelchairs.
They should put a lift in the station because they should be thinking more about those who aren't can't easily access stairs and escalators.
I'd love to be in charge of the £2 billion project. I would make it a much more greener area. I think it's an amazing place, but having like maybe an extension of the park at the back here and having a bit more space for people to park, to be able to go to the park.
I'll definitely make it a bit more accessible for people with luggage or baggage or elderly people. I think they struggle the most.
Too much of the development is in the hands of private developers rather than the state, and we're getting rather too much of the big beasts telling everybody else what must be done.
It's a lot of money, but it's good to keep infrastructure sound so that it can work long in the future.
What I'd like is the redevelopment to stop in about 3 or 4 years' time and not to happen again for another 50.